Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how do they make it all look so effortless? What do they know that I don't? The truth is, they've learned to embrace something that most of us tend to avoid: discomfort. Let me share a story with you. There was a man named Jack. Jack had a good job, a steady income, and a comfortable life. But deep down, he knew something was missing. He craved more purpose, more passion, more meaning. He dreamed of starting his own business, of being his own boss, but every time he thought about it, fear crept in. What if he failed? What if he lost everything? So Jack stayed where he was, within the confines of his comfort zone, caught in a loop of what-ifs and maybe one-days. Years went by, and Jack's dream remained just that, a dream. He watched others take risks, push boundaries, and grow. They weren't necessarily smarter or more talented than Jack, but they had something he didn't: the courage to embrace discomfort. This is where so many of us find ourselves paralyzed by the fear of stepping outside our comfort zones. But here's the hard truth: growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you're willing to endure the discomfort of pushing past your limits. Why is discomfort so powerful? Think about it. When you exercise, you push your muscles to the point of strain. It's uncomfortable, even painful at times. But that's how you build strength. The same principle applies to every aspect of life. Emotional growth, mental growth, even spiritual growth, they all require a level of discomfort. Let's break this down. First, there's the illusion of safety. Comfort zones create a false sense of security. We convince ourselves that staying where we are is safe, but in reality, it's one of the riskiest decisions we can make. Why? Because staying comfortable often means staying stagnant. And in a world that's constantly changing, stagnation is no different than falling behind. Think of it like a river. If the water stops moving, it becomes stagnant, lifeless. But when it flows, it's vibrant, full of energy, and it sustains life. The same goes for us. We need to keep moving, evolving, and growing, and that requires stepping into the unknown. Next, let's talk about the cost of avoiding discomfort. Avoiding discomfort might protect you from short-term pain, but it comes at a long-term cost. Imagine what Jack could have achieved if he'd taken that leap, embraced the discomfort of starting his own business, and learned along the way. Instead, he paid the price of regret, a far heavier burden than the fear of discomfort. Regret is a powerful teacher, but it's one you don't want to meet too late. Ask yourself, what dreams or goals are you putting off because they feel too uncomfortable? What's the real cost of avoiding that discomfort? Is it worth sacrificing your potential? Now, let's shift our perspective and look at discomfort in a new way. What if, instead of running from discomfort, you used it as a guide? What if discomfort was a signal that you're on the right path? Think about it. The moments in your life when you felt the most alive, the most accomplished, weren't they often preceded by a period of discomfort, doubt, or fear? Discomfort is a compass pointing you toward growth. When you feel that nervous energy, that knot in your stomach, it's your body's way of saying, this is new, this is different, and this is where you'll grow. But embracing discomfort doesn't mean you have to dive headfirst into the deep end. Start small. Take one step out of your comfort zone, then another. Each step builds your confidence, your resilience, and your ability to handle more discomfort in the future. Let's say you want to learn a new skill, like public speaking. The thought of standing in front of a crowd might terrify you. But what if you started by speaking up in small meetings, or practicing in front of a mirror? Each small step pushes your boundaries and makes the next step a little easier. And let's address the elephant in the room: failure. One of the biggest reasons we avoid discomfort is the fear of failure. But here's the thing: failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Every successful person you admire has failed, probably more times than you realize. They didn't let that stop them. They used it as fuel to keep going, to learn, and to grow. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, see it as a sign that you're pushing yourself, that you're trying something new. Each failure is a step closer to success, as long as you're willing to learn from it. Finally, remember this: embracing discomfort is easier when you're not doing it alone. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to push your boundaries, who understand the value of discomfort, and who are on their own journey of growth. Their support will make the uncomfortable moments more bearable and remind you why you're doing this in the first place. So the next time you feel that pang of discomfort, that urge to retreat back into what's safe and familiar, remember this: growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you step into the unknown, embrace the fear, and trust that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. So what's your next step? What discomfort will you embrace today to become the person you're meant to be? It doesn't have to be a giant leap, just one small step outside your comfort zone, because that's where the magic happens. Now go out there, embrace the discomfort, and start growing. Your future self will thank you.